Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Emily. I am back again. I did miss a week. Thank you for your patience. Um, again, same old, the same old story. So thank you again for being so patient with me. Um, as usual, my website is on the screen now. If you resonate with the messages I'm bringing through and would like to set up a healing session or a message session with me, you can do that there. I am accepting appointments again. I really am grateful to those of you who have been keeping me in your thoughts, prayers, your good intentions, your meditations, etc. It has really meant a lot and helped me considerably over this time, which has been really difficult with all of my dogs having different medical issues. They're between the ages of 11 and 16, so I get that this is a normal part of life, but it has been very challenging for me. So not only am I grateful for your patience, but I'm also grateful to those of you who have supported either my fundraiser or to assist me with all of the medical bills, but also just keeping me in your thoughts. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. If you do resonate with my messages, I do want to ask you to hit the subscribe button. I always forget to say that, and I think that a number of people have not resonated with a few of my last messages. Because there were a bunch of unsubscribes, which is totally fine. If you don't resonate, don't be here. It's totally fine. But I wanted to remind those of you who do appreciate what I have to say to do that. And your comments are always so appreciated by me also. I might or might not use cards again. I just don't. I don't know. I'm in a transitional phase, so we're gonna do whatever feels right. And I'm just going to go ahead and connect now to find out what the message is for this week for the collective, okay? I'm just going to ask Source, what message would you like me to bring through today? And as always, we can begin with unconditional love, that it surrounds you, and truly it is up to you whether or not you decide to open to receive it, that it is always there. And I know that starts to feel very trite, but it is the truth, that it is the actual heartbeat of the planet, and it surrounds you, and you must choose to accept it. That we subconsciously and unconsciously block these things out because of worthiness issues sometimes. So do be aware that if you are not feeling that, if you are in a state of grief or anxiety or hopelessness or loss or whatever it might be for you, that is there and ready for the taking. And it simply requires you to request of God or the universe or however you want to speak about it, to receive unconditional love, to receive grace. And then you must get out of your own way and let it come into your heart. Okay. That is easier said than done at times. I get that. But focus on retracting your own energy is what they're saying. That some people have such an energy field, I want to say like barricade type energy field up, that they are not receiving the resources that are available to them. And this is from the very simple, from the unconditional love that's available to us all the time, to actually receiving the miraculous, So do know that if you have asked, it has been heard. And at times we are the ones that are blocking the reception of our own highest good. Okay, I'm sure that's not shocking to any of you, and I can already hear some of you just being like, but I don't know how do I do it, how do I receive? And I'm just going to describe to you what I'm being shown, because they're gonna show me, and it's like a force field that goes up and down. So I think that if you can visualize yourself okay, this is what they're actually showing me. Surround yourself with a force field of white light. Okay, start there. Then allow yourself to drop down your natural force field, the one that you've, I don't want to say natural, but meaning the one that you've kept around yourself, the one that you're used to, because that one may be, it's more like bricks and mortar around you, because it's been formed based on wanting to block out painful thoughts, emotions, situations, etc. And that is indiscriminate. It's blocking out maybe the negative, but it's also blocking out the positive. And what you need is something that is going to allow it's going to attract in the positive. So first, surround yourself in the white light, then drop those walls in whatever way that appears to you. For some of you, it might be a huge freaking wrecking ball. It might one by one brick come down. It might be you like pushing through the wall. However it works for you is what I want you to visualize. And then you want to start to visualize a light pink energy that is surrounding the white energy, and it's going to penetrate the white energy. It's actually going to meld with it in such a way that if those energies had atoms to it, the atoms would be bonding with each other. And then I want you to picture all of those atoms of this light pink energy bonding with you, so it becomes part of your own aura. All the while, I'm seeing this like spout, this kind of font that's coming down into the crown chakra, and this is the receiving of the unconditional love from the divine source, however you choose to think about that. So there is a need to drop some of the protections, and I don't mean the positive protections, the ones that are, you calling in your angels or divine source or whatever it is, or placing the white light, etc. But I mean the ones that are more of a, they're saying reactionary defense. So if in any situation you have sort of thrown up an energetic wall with other people or situations, out of anger, frustration, fear, anxiety, any of that stuff, those are your reactionary protections. And they are actually, they're saying that because they are built out of a negative energy, they do not allow for the attraction of the positive energy. Okay, so for whatever that's worth, you're going to want to take down any of the boundaries that are set up in that way. That doesn't mean that, if you decided to set a healthy boundary with a person after you had a negative experience, that's necessarily a bad boundary. It just, I think most of the boundaries that they are showing me now have been thrown up literally in a reactionary way, like in a split second when you might not even realize that you've done it. Okay, so you've guarded yourself in such a way that you are harming yourself at this point, some of you. Okay, so that is for whoever resonates with that. Five of Wands, this energy here, this sort of this is that reactionary energy, with the Queen of Cups. So sorry, you've guarded your heart with that kind of a reactionary energy. Let's let that go now. That's what I'm feeling, is we need to let that go now, because that reveals the softness of I'm just seeing like the center of the muscle shell. If you open it up, there's like the muscle in there. It reveals the softness of that, the internal softness. And that's why you wanted, right? You had the shell around it. That's why you wanted to protect it. And you probably, let's say they have, I think it's oysters that have pearls, but let's just pretend, whatever, an oyster works too. You're protecting the pearl, right? And the softness. Counterintuitively, they are saying that there is an expansion of, an enrichment of this softness, this pearl within you, when you can allow greater vulnerability. And so now it sort of goes from that very specific and kind of concrete vision of dropping negative protections to actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. I don't know why I'm very inarticulate today. To actually connecting with others. Okay. I know they're obviously connected, but now it's about more than just the energetic boundaries you've placed around yourself. These are creating roadblocks in your relationships of all kinds. And they're actually showing me this is also creating a disconnect with your relationship with the universe as well, because so many of our gifts of the universe are brought to us by other people or through the experiences with other people. And so as you are not receiving these experiences, you're blocking them out, you're only half experiencing them, you're not sinking into them for fear of, being hurt or something like that. Because you have retracted your vulnerability, you're also retracting the blessings that you can receive, because we will experience these things through the mirrors of other human beings, other creatures, other beings, period. Okay, so whatever that means for you. And I'm hearing that we are not meant to be, we are individuated to an extent. We are individuals, right? But we are not meant to stand as an island. We are meant to be connected to each other, because we are. Like, that's our natural state. It's when we perceive divisions, we perceive that there can even be a wall there. There's not a true wall there. We perceive that it is there, and so we have to perceive that we are taking it down, right? We are the ones with the power there. But we are meant to be connected. We are meant to be interconnected. That it is very much like, I'm trying to, what is this that I'm seeing? It's very much like a circulatory system where the energy in the blood, the nutrients, we'll call that nutrients equals energy. So the energy in the blood circulates from place to place to place, and it nourishes all. And so that right now, for whatever reason today, is in the message. So that seems to be important. If you're feeling cut off, when you lay on your arm and your hand starts to tingle and it's cut off from blood and nutrients and it's just numb. If you are feeling numb, this is sort of like one way to rectify that, okay? Because you are being cut off from the energetic nutrients which come through the vulnerability of connection with others who are your direct mirrors, okay? Every being is a mirror to you in some way. Some more clear than others. We'll put it that way. What else? What else, Source? For some of you, a time may be arising now where you will need to speak out in I'm hearing an audacious way. So in a way that you are uncomfortable with. And know that this is intended, and that this is another way that you are breaking down barriers. And in this sense, you're breaking a barrier between, I'm hearing yourself and yourself. So I feel like what is being said here is that you are going to be transcending a barrier between your former self and your new transformed self, that you have been going through a transformation process, and that you might feel that stepping out, speaking out, showing yourself in this way will feel very audacious, will feel very out of place, possibly obnoxious, possibly rude, whatever it is. There could be, I don't want to say will be, but for some of you, there could be a sense of fear there. And I want you to overcome it, because I'm definitely feeling like that this is purposeful, the Fool, part of your, the beginning of your new journey, into, well, here's the Knight of Pentacles here too. It's something you've been working toward painstakingly. And for a lot of you, it's going to be a leap of faith for a lot of you, which is why you probably feel afraid. It feels, like I said, audacious. It feels crazy. It feels out of place. It's like stepping into your new skin or stepping out of your old skin, whatever, whatever. Because you have spent all this time like reformulating yourself inside. I don't know if it was a YouTuber or if it was somebody else recently that I was listening to that was saying that. Sorry. So that's a cough. My allergies are the worst right now. That a caterpillar has to completely turn to goo inside its cocoon before it becomes a butterfly. And then when it becomes a butterfly, it can't even see its wings. I think that's a mishmash of two different people's metaphors. But I feel like that's where we are now. We've been goo for a while, and we've sort of reconstituted within our cocoons to break out of the cocoon as a butterfly, but we don't know how powerful we are yet. We are just starting. We are just stepping out. We can't even see the amazing wings that we've developed, right? And so if this is resonating with you, know that you have the power, you have the strength, you have everything you need to make that leap, to take that jump, to be seen, to be heard, to step out and start that new project, reach out to that new person. For me, I really feel like a lot of this is projects and mission work. It could be a relationship, but I really kind of feel like this is something that is meaningful to you personally on an energetic level, and it gives you purpose, okay? Some of you may be standing up for yourself in some way. That may be part of it. All right, so if that resonates with you, know that. I keep seeing I don't know why I'm seeing that. I think, sorry, a personal memory just kept surfacing. I cannot place it within the context of the message, so I'm just going to leave it there for a moment. All right. What else wants to come through today? Charging forward. Do it. Charge forward. Not haphazardly. I'm hearing step by step. Keep moving forward. They're saying charge forward, but step by step. So move at a quick clip, but also making logical, planned leaps, if that makes some sense. Like, it might be something that you're not used to or that you're slightly uncomfortable with, but you have some sort of process or plan in place, okay? That's the energy I'm getting right now. And then I just saw a huge rainbow. I really feel the sense of the miraculous when it comes to almost being caught as you jump off the cliff, okay? Back to unconditional love again. That this is so important, that any of those fears that you might have of things that are coming up, or what you're going to do, or how you're going to support yourself, or, how you're going to move forward in whatever this project is, or how you're going to move forward in a relationship, or whatever it is, so many of those fears are immediately quelled by surrounding yourself and wrapping yourself in this huge blanket of unconditional love for yourself, realizing that you have come so far and you have worked so hard, and you deserve the recognition and your own fucking love for doing what you have done. And honestly, it's not about you doing anything. It is simply that you deserve it. And I'm definitely getting this sense that it is easier for some of you to stay in the energy of, I'm not good enough, when really what would what would really propel you forward is if you understood your beauty, your strength, your worthiness, okay? So know that you are worthy of that love and make it a practice every day, surrounding yourself with that warm blanket of your own unconditional love. And if your own isn't enough for you, then remember that that comes straight from source, that it's the love of the universe as well, or the love of God, or the love of Christ, or however you relate to this. This is so important, they're saying, because that feeling of lack, that feeling of things not going right or not feeling well, it's centered in the very deeply buried sense that you are not good enough to have, or to receive, or to have, or to do. And this is not the truth. This is not the truth. You do not have to do anything to be good enough for that. Practice that love this week. That's, for whatever reason, what is coming through this week, and I hope it is helpful to you guys. I'm going to stop it there. Again, my website is on the screen. And if you have resonated with anything we've talked about today, would like a personal healing session, I've really been working a lot with Theta Healing specifically, so it will probably be a Theta Healing session unless you want something else specifically. But that or messages or whatever, you can schedule that on my website. And please do comment, like, share. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you, and I will talk to you again soon.